Coming at you with another video. This is going over next calls. I'm just going to look at calls that could be called next, but you wouldn't generally call otherwise. The whole idea behind calling next is that if your opponents do not order up trump, they're less likely to have the jacks. And if they're less likely to have the jacks, they are more likely to be in your partner's hand. It doesn't mean that other cards, the same card, just because he turns out a dime here doesn't mean it's more likely that your partner has hearts. The heart distribution isn't included in this. So basically, the idea is that, well, if your partner's more likely to have jacks, hopefully you can make a point by calling next, but you need at least some strength. What Ohio Euchre channel says is to have a uh, king plus one trump and an offsuit ace to call next at a first seat. But sometimes you can go a little different than that. We're going to go over a few next calls here just to kind of demonstrate that. As you can see here, there's a pass on a diamond. I call hearts with the ace and queen. The ace clubs you want to lead your lowest usually here when you call next with one of these next hits down the ace. So I went ahead and led my queen, which was my lowest. Partner trumps in a second trick. I grab one here and I have the ace at the end. And they do not have I don't think they have a trump card. So that's kind of just like your standard next call. Two trump plus an offsuit ace. We'll watch another one. I put like 5 next calls to come here. This time I have the right would be right by going next. And it also, so this is a thinner next call than normal. If I were to make it, my partner calls next here. Let's see what he throws. He throws a low diamond as you're supposed to. I have the right. Take a trick. I throw the ace out. Ace carries. So I've gotten 2 tricks for my partner already. He only needs to get one more. He had an ace to go with it and a second trump. So he had his standard next call over there. And once again, they carried the day. Now, it doesn't work all the time. I'm just giving some examples. All right, now I'm in first seat. You call next out of first seat. You don't make these thinner next calls out of third. Your partner's already had the opportunity. This would be if right now I'd have 2 spades and 2 aces. So going next is only going to give me 1 trump card, but I do have both green aces here. So you can kind of go thinner than 1 trump. I would expect Llama to not have a spade if he didn't order spades with what would have been the right power. As you can see, I'm cruising along pretty good. Almost got all 4 tricks, but Llama did have the last trump card there. So you can see how powerful a next call can be. Here's another one where they have the jack on the top of the kitty. If the jack is on the kitty, you can usually go thinner because chances are if they have the other jack, they're definitely going to call it. Maybe James wouldn't, but almost certainly the dealer here would, which is Brooke. This also only works against more aggressive callers. If you're playing against non-aggressive callers, it is harder to get. Call next, lead one of my 2 low trumps and start consecutive. You generally want to lead the higher when your team calls. Partner grabs the first trick. They have an ace, which rides, making it very easy now. They have a second ace. So another thing too, if you lead out trump, your partner's got aces. Their aces can become good because they're pulling trump out of everyone else. Brooke is wooden trump. James is 2, so that walks. Then at the end, there's a club. Too bad it wasn't a heart. Heart would have been good for sure. But my partner did take all 4 tricks there. Here's another next call. Diamonds is next. I have ace, queen of diamonds, ace of hearts, kind of close to the first actual next call I have in this set of videos. So I'll go next, lead low diamonds. I am 4 suited, which kind of sucks. And Brooke passed on a diamond. Remember, she had the jack of diamonds. And my partner throws out the 9. He could have more. Mouse is completely void of trump. Brooke had an ace there, and she had the 10 of hearts. So she should have Brooke should have legitimately called hearts here. because she would have had um, two hearts. This is the first hand again. It loops back around. She would have had two hearts and an offsuit ace or into her partner. So next can blow up in your face. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and have a great day.